Hey everyone, it's a pleasure to introduce you to the Climate Council workstream. I'm Arnaud Fayol, a veteran art director who realized that if games want to remain relevant in a warming world, they need to provide more than entertainment. Therefore, 3 years ago, I became co-founder and co-chair of the IGDA Climate SIG at night and art director at Ubisoft Positive Play during the day. I guess that since you've decided to spend your day at a Game Sustainability conference, you already know about the pretty bad impact our activity has on our environment at the moment. But you're also convinced that games can have a real positive impact to solve our climate crisis, and you're now fighting hard to ensure the sum of your positive experience exceeds the negative one. So you've looked into this, you talked to your colleagues and realized that so much can be done within your game studio to become a real force of good. There's work for everyone, as every job can be a climate job. But as soon as you've tried to suggest some change around you, you almost certainly get to this situation where everyone agrees that this is an important work that has to be done, but everyone believes that such positive change should be driven by someone else. So everyone waits for something to happen somewhere. We all get more and more anxious because we know we are running out of time. Which is why we had this vision of facilitating the creation of climate councils within game studios to create accessible communities of practice, safe spaces where employees can generate and share knowledge within their area of expertise, reinforcing their energy to do good work and thrive. To offer a flexible structure that can scale to every studio size, from small indies to major AAA studio, and mostly to reduce time to first action, to get the ball rolling with quick wins in order to build momentum toward more ambitious goals. So the first step to untangle this mess and make it more accessible to everyone was to clarify the different roles that you can take in a climate council depending of your job expertise and responsibilities. In a studio leadership role, you can set and validate sustainable direction for all collaborators. In workplace, IT, or HR, they can enable teams to make games in a more sustainable way. Communication and marketing can unite and engage both employees and players around sustainability. And of course, dev teams would make games that inspire and equip players to act while consuming minimum resources to play. All these roles are complementary and useful in a climate council. So from there, we can figure out the different areas where each role can have an impact so that you can start planning concrete actions within your area of expertise and responsibilities. It also makes it easier to spot who can help you from different teams so you can reach out to them and engage them in teamwork. And we're providing talking points and studies to convince each of them to accept. So this diagram here is very high level, but the one SIG members have built collectively is much more granular and useful. Finally, to reduce time to action, here's a method to initiate action and grow. Find your first ally within your studios, because you don't want to do this alone. Then identify a small project that motivates you within your current role and take action. If it works, you'll have a first success story to tell, which will allow you to rally more people around you and grow your climate council. What you want is to get someone from a leadership role on board as soon as possible to build a vertical bridge in order to get serious. Then you'll be able to discuss studio priorities and get a budget for further action, which will allow your climate council to get help from professionals and achieve greater success, rallying even more people. Once you get a representative of each role within your climate council, you'll have everything you need to run a full lifecycle analysis of your game and establish a comprehensive sustainable strategy for short and long term, which means you'll finally have everyone on board. Sounds cool? Okay, so now let's discuss in breakout room. Here are a few questions. First, who do you think has the most power to initiate positive change within your game company? And who would you think they think have the most power? Then, what sustainable change could you initiate in your current role and responsibilities? And finally, have you ever advocated for sustainable change within your game studio? If it worked, please tell us your success story. If it didn't, can you tell why? And if you haven't tried yet, what prevented you to do so? And of course, can you start today? And can you let us know how we can help, please? Okay, I'm waiting for your answers.